Messages from Spirit. Happy Friday. Let's check into our Friday energy and our weekend forecast for this first Friday of March and for the first weekend. How has your first week of Venus retrograde been for you? Have you had any past lovers, past family members, past, relationship, emotional triggers come up? Have you learned a lot about yourself and how you've been showing up in this, in the relationships in your life, and are learning how you want to now navigate and move differently? And if so, all of this is beautiful. Venus in retrograde for the next 40 days is something that will really open up your heart for you to reevaluate, revisit, and to definitely reconcile what has been, I'm hearing, compartmentalized, and what has been, the word shattered wants to come up, but that's not the word that I'm hearing from Spirit. Reassembled is what I'm hearing. So maybe it's from what was broken and shattered to be reassembled. So see them as beautiful opportunities to realign with who you are, who you're meant to be, and who you're coming into, because Venus is that planet of love and abundance, your highest self, your highest frequency, your highest timeline, your career path, your fortune, your blessings, your beauties. And so, in order to really connect with who that most beautiful version of you is, the highest vibration of love is within you, you have to allow yourself to see where it has not been, and to graciously bless and release. That's what my past, previous boss said when I was working as a New Faces director at her modeling agency. She would say, bless and release. Not everyone is ready for this journey as much as they may say they are. Not everyone is willing to put in the work as much as they say they want it. And if that's if that's the case, this is just not their time, and that's all right. Bless and release. Bless and release. Okay, so if you need to bless and release people from your life, habits, places that are not in alignment with who your most beautiful self is, that's okay. Bless and release. They're not ready yet, and that's all right. And if you're realizing that there are places where you're still learning how to release old versions of you that are not in alignment with your highest, most beautiful, loving self, allow yourself to bless and release. Anyway, I jumped right in. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Princess Leah. I'm an intuitive artist and healer. I use the tools of intuitive channeling through tarot, oracles, prophetic downloads, and sometimes my prophetic downloads come also through my performing arts of dance, music, writing on my channel. So if you would like to also be a part of that vibe tribe, definitely subscribe to my channel, Princess Leah 888, because we are healing the heart of a woman and the soul of mankind through conscious love. So today, what we're going to do as we tap into this new energy of the weekend, we're going to tap into our heart space. We're going to see what Spirit wants us to know. We're going to pull some frequencies of our heart chakra using this sound bowl. You can place your hand on your heart, and whatever messages come through for you or for you, I'm going to see what messages Spirit has for the collective. I just heard Spirit say it's okay to be beautiful. It's okay to be sexy. It's okay to be delicious and attractive. And I'm not saying that necessarily in a physical way, but yes, Spirit is saying that too. But it's okay if your energy is attractive. It's okay that you are attracting in all sorts of new energy, all sorts of new opportunities. You know, sometimes we go from these moments of not having a, our mind shifts from not having enough to having too many, that we're overwhelmed, that it's hard for us to take into consideration that it's actually okay to have choices, to have contrast, and to allow yourself to release that lack, scarcity mentality of not enough. Because no matter what, whether it's too much or not enough, those are still mentalities of lack. If we feel like we have too much happening, we feel like we don't have enough energy to be able to pull it all off. Or we feel like we don't have the enough of our own self willpower to choose what we want, or to control our intake, or those kind of things. We just entered into Lent for those who practice Lent in the Christian religion. And I don't necessarily consider myself religious. I consider myself spiritually open. However, I grew up with a Christian background, and this year I've been, especially with the way that it's lining up with Venus retrograde, I feel that the next 40 days that Venus is in retrograde is a good time to spiritually release the things that are not really serving your highest self, to practice that self-control, to practice the self-discipline of really truly embodying who you are, and recognizing what that means. Recognizing what that means. Last night, Spirit came through during my meditative bath and told me that, when people give up, they think, you have to give up these particular things. You have to give up sex. You have to give up food. You have to give up, meat. You have to give up alcohol. Those are things you can give up. But Spirit said, why don't you look at it from a non-physical kind of way? Why don't you give up fear? Why don't you give up lack? Why don't you give up the mentalities that are disempowering? Why don't you give up guilt every time that you experience pleasure? Why don't you give up doubt or shame about wanting what you want in your life and being who you are? Right? That hits differently. Spirit kind of called me out and was like, the low frequencies that you are, wanting to release or wanting other people to get out of are not about them. It's about the frequencies that you're still holding on to, which is lack, which is scarcity, which is this idea that you have to be this way or they have to show up this way. That the low frequencies are the need to control, holding on to expectations and preferences. Every time you say, I want, this is a download that Spirit said to me, and I'm feeling that I need to share it with someone here. Every time that I say, I want, I'm coming from a place of lack, because when I say I want something, that indicates that I don't have it. Think about that. So instead of saying I want, how can we shift it into a mindset of the fact that we do already have it? Because if we already, the fact that we want it means that it's already in the vibrational vortex. It's already in the vibration of presence, of being here within you. All we're doing now is aligning with it. All we're doing now is connecting with that desire. So instead of saying, I want, how can we shift it to, what would you say if you already had it? If you already had it, you wouldn't be desiring it. If you already had it, oh, thank you, Spirit, you wouldn't be desiring it. Thank you, Spirit. If you didn't have to desire it, then you wouldn't be in that frequency of I don't have it. Does that make sense? And if you're not in the frequency of I don't have it, then you're in the frequency of abundance. I do have it and I'm grateful for it. And that's the frequency that will attract it. I know it sounds like a mind trick, but you kind of are tricking your mind. You're tricking your ego, essentially, from thinking that because my two human eyes cannot see it, because my hands cannot touch it, because my ears cannot hear it, because my tongue cannot taste it, it's not here. But if you tell your brain that it is here, the mind doesn't know. The brain does not know the difference between what is real and what isn't. It's all about what we're communicating through our mind. That's why when we feel anxious, it's because our mind is thinking we're not safe. It's because our brain is thinking we're not safe, because our mind is communicating saying it's not safe. And then our body starts to go through these moments of anxiety symptoms, right? We start to get sweaty, our heart starts to pound. So if we tell ourselves, if we can train our brains to get into that frequency of I already have, the frequency of I already have what it is that I desire, then we can sit in the frequency of how it feels to have it. And as we sit in the frequency of what it feels to have, then the law of attraction has to summon it, because you are already in the vibrational alignment of receiving it. But the moment we say I want it because I don't have it, that's the energy that we're putting into the universe, that we don't have it. And the more that we focus on what we don't have, the more, whatever you focus on is what's going to multiply, is what's going to attract. So if you're focusing on that it's not here, that they're not here, that whatever, then that's what's going to continue moving into fruition. Even if it's hard right now to start with I have it, when the ego's really strong and saying it's not here, shift into the idea, the vocabulary of I am receiving it. Look, why? Because we got the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. That's how you can know. I am in receiving mode. I am attracting it in. I am manifesting it in. Why? Because it is my destiny. The wheel of my fortunes are turning in my favor. Shift that mentality. The universe has my back, always. The wheel of my fortune is shifting and turning in my favor at all times. I am attracting and receiving all that is in alignment with what is my soul's purpose, mission, and highest frequency. I'm aligning with my highest timeline. I'm hearing my song Twin Flame, a Violet Flame, So interesting, I meant to say violet flame. I said twin flame here. Look at that. Look at that. The song that I wrote, I am aligning with my highest timeline. It came from affirmations on my mirror. So maybe some of you need some affirmations. Look at the Empress falling out after the Wheel of Fortune. This weekend, you can tell yourself, you can even sing if you like the melodies that help you, feel better. I am allowing conscious love to align fully with my soul. This is the Empress receiving. I am allowing. I am aligning. I am receiving. I expect the best. I accept the rest. I live out loud. I love out loud. I laugh out loud. Fully, freely, deeply, unapologetically, and unafraid. I am the violet flame. This is what the Empress sings. The Empress does not worry. The Empress does not fear. The Empress does not doubt. The Empress receives with arms wide open that she is manifesting all that is intended for her. Look, the Empress is the strength. I love this strength card too, because it is the Empress with the lion being safe and holding space for the lion, which can also be considered the beast, the masculine, to put his defenses down, his or her. It's just, I use it, his, her, as for just sake of ease. But energy, masculine energy, feminine energy is all within us. But you see this Empress holding the safe space, holding the space for this lion to let his guard down, to let their guard down, to be safe, to open up, to be vulnerable. The Empress receives this weekend. You may be learning, opening up your divine feminine energy within you. You may also be finding the strength to connect with the divine feminine, however it resonates. But the strength to hold the space, to receive all that is your, I'm hearing your entitled destiny. Okay? And I'm not saying coming from a place of entitlement like a whining baby that is like, I want it now. Why? I'm hearing Spirit say, have the strength and the confidence. The Empress is confident in all that is coming into fruition. The Empress receives everything as it comes in. That doesn't mean only being grateful when a boatload of money comes in, only being grateful when the perfect partner comes in and says the perfect thing, but then getting upset and frustrated and putting up defenses and blaming when, $50 comes in as opposed to $500, or when this person that is a great friend reaches out as opposed to a lover that you've been wanting to manifest, all of it is receiving. The Empress receives it all with grace. The Empress receives it all with gratitude. That doesn't mean settling. Okay, I wish I had my journal with me because last night a download came through. Let me see if I can remember it. It's very much Empress strength energy, but it was something along the lines of, I'm not settling for crumbs. I am grateful for what comes. Something along those lines. I'm not settling for crumbs. I'm grateful for what comes. Hello, Tony. Mr. Grandma Tony Popsicle says it's time to cut through. Okay? Let that download cut through the lack mentality of it's not enough, that as it comes, it's not enough. I think we get into the mindset so much about don't settle for less, don't settle for what you deserve. But your high self, your empress, your highest self, their empress knows that it all comes in perfect alignment. Your highest self knows that everything that comes through is, it, might be a little bit at a time. It's like a buffet. Like spirit source energy is not going to give you all your food that you need in a lifetime and one meal. You wouldn't want that, right? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So why do we get so upset with spirit when universe is bringing in bite-sized elephants? I shouldn't say it like that because that's bad. We don't eat elephants over here. But you know what I'm saying, figure of speech, right? But when spirit is saying here's a buffet, okay, think of it like an all-you-can-eat resort or an all-inclusive resort, all right? And everything is available. You can have whatever meals you want. Take it back if you don't like it. You can drink whatever you want. They just on tap have any food. And you don't have to pay at all because you paid for it. You prepaid for it, right? Think of life like this. When we signed up to reincarnate as humans, this is a download for somebody from Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. When we signed up to incarnate in this human vessel for this particular lifetime in these human avatars, we signed up with a mission and a purpose to experience life to its fullest, to enjoy life in all of its facets. That's why Venus is part of our solar system of love and abundance and all things beautiful. If it were just about work and action and war and aggression, then Mars would be the ruler of the only planet ruling this solar system, right? We'd have, if it were just about transformation through death and recreation and facing your fears, then Pluto would be the only planet that rules. But we have Neptune of dreams and intuition and our consciousness. We have Venus for love and delicious relationships and beauty and harmony, right? We have Uranus of expansion, of radical shifting, magic, right? We have, I could go on and on. Jupiter for the things that you just have no idea what's going to happen. That's the magic. We have all these planets that are aligning with us. And remember, last Friday on the 28th, we had all of the planets aligned for us to shift. So think of life when we entered this life form. It was like an all-you-can-eat resort, all-you-can-eat buffet, an all-inclusive resort. You can experience everything you want. But that doesn't mean you have to go and choose the plates of the food that make you sick. It doesn't mean you have to go eat all the spicy foods if you don't like it. You don't have to go and choose anything that you don't want. You can choose the things you want. Life is an all-inclusive resort. I love that title. Life is an all-inclusive resort. I just started writing a song. This is Pisces. Pisces season is always in that creative space, right? Always in that creative space. And I just, my Mercury's in Pisces. So my communication and all my thoughts and my consciousness, all of it is on very, very tuned in right now. So I'm very in this creative space. And I literally started writing a song called Life is Like a Sunday Service. But I really like Life is like an all-inclusive resort for today's theme, for this weekend's forecast. Enjoy life to its fullest. Choose the things that you want to choose. Choose the things that you enjoy. But you don't have to eat everything at once. You don't have to experience all the drinks in one sitting. You don't want to do that, or else you won't even be able to very much enjoy the rest of your trip in this all-inclusive resort, right? You drink all the drinks you can in one night and then you're sick the rest of the trip. I'm sure some of us have had those experiences, right? No, you don't want to do that. You want to try it out. You want to receive it. You want to enjoy the time as the blessings come in. This is that sacral energy, allowing yourself to receive and embrace and experience and be grateful for all the blessings and beauties and benefits and pleasures of this world as they come. That's not settling for crumbs. That's allowing and receiving with grace what comes. What comes as it comes. That is bridging the realms. Okay, you are realm bridger. This weekend, we are bridging realms. Number 41 might be a significant number for you. A life path number reduces to 5 of change, of shifts. This weekend, we're coming into a shift. We're shifting our realms, bridging the realms of heaven and earth, of non-physical and physical. That's the Pisces North Node, the Virgo South Node, merging the non-physical with the physical, the spiritual with the physical. Because we are coming into a place of gracious receptivity. We're coming into a place of holding a safe enough space for the people around us, for the universe to come through, to love and to give, to nurture our natural instincts of love, to allow, look at all of the things that this earth shows here. This is a beautiful picture by Izzy Ivy in the Beyond Lemuria deck. You have the lightning storms and then the rainbows above that. You have how the storms and the water replenishes the flowers and the earth, and how that moves down into the earth that then rotates into the galaxies, and then it transforms our DNAs. Like, this is intense. And sometimes I go very, very high elevated in quantum ideas and ideology and theories and things. So this is beautiful. If you're catching on to what I'm saying, picking up what I'm putting down, then this message is for you. But it's not for everybody. Not everybody knows how to understand that yet, and that's okay. But what I'm hearing is to just, enjoy this beautiful cycle of life. Receiving all of it as it comes in, receiving the little contacts of hellos and the little beauties of the sunshine and the moments where we're just enjoying the space, the time. And take that, when you relish and milk that, then you can move through the muck. She of the Lotus says we have gone through it all. The lotus flower grows from muddy waters. You have become the lotus flower from all of the mucky, murky waters you had to grow through. Now you get to glow. You were glowing up this weekend, I'm hearing Spirit say. This Empress, she of the Lotus into the Empress, because you have found the strength within yourself to nurture all of the storms, to see how all the storms nurtured the flowers that you were planted, the seeds that were being planted within you. You're finding the safe space to be able to receive and to be able to hold for others to come into your fields with excitement, because you're not in a space of lack, you're in a space of abundance, you're in a space of all that needs to come through will come through. I trust and believe, and you are enough, and I am enough, and this is enough, and we can't get it wrong, so we might as well just enjoy each other for the time being. And if it looks like this, then let's enjoy it for this moment in time. If it looks like that over there in the next moment, then it looks like that. But stop trying to force and control the way that people have to be in your relationships and how you think things have to go in order for this to have to unfold in that exact way. Spirit is like, let it go and let me provide the abundance in your life, instead of you trying to constantly micromanage Universe. This is a message for somebody. So what are some mind hustles? We got to get into the mind hustle here for the weekend. Get creative. This is what we need to do this weekend. Know this. You are worthy. Look at the diamonds. Look at the blue and the indigos and the violets. Your throat chakra, your third eye, your crown is all awakening and coming online into your highest self. That's that feminine energy, the divine feminine energy. You are worthy. Your truth is worthy. Your story is worthy. You are worthy of love, acceptance, joy, respect, and money, yeah, honey. You are. This deck was created by my friend Rachel Thomas, the Mind Hustle. Get creative. These are the next steps we can take this weekend. Get creative. Put on your fancy pants and make something beautiful. Maybe you are going to be getting fancy, going out to, some shows or events. Take action. Take a small step towards what you want your life to look like, right? Small steps, right? The buffet, the all-inclusive. Take small steps. It doesn't all have to come right now. And just because a little bit is coming at a time does not mean you're not worthy of all of it to be here. It's all coming. If someone said you won, the lottery, right? Even the lottery, they don't give you all your money at once. Why? Because people wouldn't know how to spend it. They would lose their fucking minds. Sorry. That's someone's spirit guide's like, I'd be a little intense sometimes. But that's my Aries, okay? Pardon my French if that offends you. But we would lose our minds if we had won the lottery and they gave the entire $250 million in one setting. No, you get it in increments, right? Life is giving you your blessings in increments. They're not crumbs. You don't have to say, oh, I got this, I'm going to stop right now. No, it's okay to still want more because you know that your life has the fullness. You know that $250 million lottery is coming through. It's just going to come in small increments. You know that your abundance is coming in. That's why the Empress isn't worried as the blessings come through. Because the Empress knows that all of the abundance that the soul has already manifested and has already come into agreement of its contract before it even came into this life is on its way. It's just coming in increments. This is beautiful. Because it's all an experiment. The more you try, the more you learn. You can't get it wrong because you'll never get it done because you're always expanding because it's all an experiment. We're all here to just enjoy life, right? To experience the finer things of life, to experience the fun. Experience life in its fullest, the fun, the good, the beauty, the bad, the ugly, to experience it all. We said yes to this human experience, but we didn't say yes to making it the hardest experience and to suffer the whole time. Nah, we did not say yes to that. Nobody signed up for that. We signed up for excitement and fun and joy and bliss and deliciousness and friskiness and to feel all the feels, to be in the highest vibration of conscious love. That's the vortex we're getting. That's the vortex our soul is constantly pulling us into, pulling us to stay in is conscious love. That's why I'm here on this channel, healing the heart of a woman and the soul of mankind through conscious love. That's why I channel from the highest frequencies of conscious love. That's why that is my sole purpose and mission, because that is what our entire soul purpose and mission as humans in this experience, as spiritual beings on this beautiful human experience on earth, is to be creative, is to take action on things that you love to do and to remember and to just experience life, to experiment with your words, your emotions, your ideas. Okay? To know that you are worthy of it all of the beautiful abundance. You are worthy of your highest timeline. You are worthy. You are worthy. So, I was going to do some affirmations and some words. There is no one else like me. These are some affirmations you can say this weekend. Spirit was saying these, maybe we need some affirmations to help us get through. You are worthy. There is no one else like me. That's that Empress energy. I am proud of myself. That's that She of the Lotus energy. I believe in myself. Okay, that's that strength energy. I am an amazing person. Yes. Yes. You are the divine empress. Some of you may be watching and you may call yourself the divine feminine, but we all have that feminine energy, but you are a divine being. Here's a number. Number 1. That's what I'm saying. Take that first step this weekend towards your abundance, towards your happiness, towards love, towards releasing all of the fears and the unnecessary limitations. You are the one. You are the chosen one. You are the one to receive the blessings, beauties, and benefits and abundance in this world. You are the one. Number 7 might be also a significant number. These might be soul path numbers, divine numbers. You are coming into oneness with the divine. Number 7. 17, 71 might be significant numbers as well. Reducing to 8. Your feelings matter. So this needed to come through in a really positive message today. Thank you, Spirit. I really appreciate it. This is really beautiful. I hope that this resonated for you. If it does, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Definitely subscribe to my channel if you'd like to continue being a part of this vibe tribe. Okay, we're small, but we are mighty and feisty over here. And we're not giving up. We're not giving up on this mission to heal the heart of a woman and the soul of mankind through conscious love. Okay. So I believe in you. I love you. If you would like to book a personal tarot session with me, I do offer tea and tarot sessions. For those who do not know, I have a tea apothecary called FemRems, and with your tarot session you receive a 1 ounce loose leaf handcrafted tea. I call it a soul tea and tarot soul session. You can book with me by emailing my FemRems apothecary femrems811@gmail.com, or you can even find me over on my social media if you just want to message me there. I have a FemRems social media, just FemRems, FEMREMS, or you can just find me on my personal page, Princess Leah 888, and we can get something going. For the month of March, I am offering a free mini reading for those who have not booked with me before. So if this is your first time, you'll get your first reading for free, and hopefully it'll guide you in the direction that you need. Otherwise, I hope that this message helps you through this weekend. I hope that you remember how beautiful and blessed and loved you are. And until next time, my beautiful beloveds, peace and love. Namaste. Bye.